Hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing well and preparing with the best of your potential for the upcoming CMAT and the CET examination. In this video, we'll see all the previous year questions which has come on this important topic of ratio and proportion of quant section in the CMAT examination. As said in the previous videos also, the arithmetic is going to be a key component for all your quant section across all the management examinations, specifically with your CMAT and CET. So in this video, we'll solve some of the important questions which has come in on the topic of ratio and proportion with the most applicative method of solving it logically. At the same time, people who are looking at the assistance of the live CMAT and the CET courses can actually see the available courses on the MBAP Education main website, where all the courses are full of live lectures by JBIMS alumni who also will help you out as a personal mentor. No doubt, all the basics, advanced previous year papers, and the important mock test will be available with the live analysis of each and every schedule which will be given to you. If you look at the dashboard, where it's full of all the learning content right in the form of basic videos, advanced lectures, shortcuts and strategy videos, and the ebooks which is required for the CMAT and the CT prep. On this note, let's quickly have a look at the previous year questions which has come on this topic. Have a look at the first question which came in the year 2021 of the CMAT exam. The question says, in June 2020, the ratio of boys and girls in a college was 3:2. In September 2020, the same year, if there were 80 fewer boys and 20 fewer girls in the college, the ratio would have been 7:5. The question is, how many number of students are there in the college in the year June 2020, which is the first year, what they have spoken about. Majority of your students will possibly look into the consideration that let's assume that the number of boys to be is 3x, making it 2x, removing 80 from here and making 20 from here, and then taking out the ratio in the form of 7:5. These are some of the most conventional techniques in which I don't want you to follow it. The question deals with about the component of total number of students. Initially, the number of students was 3x plus 2x, which is equal to 5x, which means whatever the answer may be, it should be a value which is divisible by 5. If I look at the options, all the following four values are basically divisible by 5, nothing to worry about. Now let's remove 80 boys and 20 girls, which means 5x was my original number. Now I'm going to remove 100 from the overall sum. The new ratio has to be 7x is to 5x, so a total of 12x, which means initially there has to be a value which is divisible by 5. If you subtract 100 from the same value, the new value should be divisible by 12. That's the only component which I have to look into. I repeat, I need a value which is divisible by 5. If I remove 100 from it, the new value should be divisible by 12. 1000 minus 100 is 900, not divisible by 12. 1000 minus 100 is not divisible. 1200 minus 100 is not divisible. 1300 minus 100 will give you a value which is 1200, which is divisible by 12. So hence, the answer for the given question would be option number D, which you can see here. Majority of your questions which comes in your CMAT questions can be solved by these easy techniques without getting into the granularity of what math or quantitative aptitude is all about. If you have understood it well, you can move on to the next question which we have got. Let's have a look at this question. Let me give you a key insight. Whenever you solve questions which are based on ratio and proportion, make sure you look at the question along with the options. Majority of the options can be eliminated in the primary round itself. Have a look at this question. A started a business with rupees 50,000. After 3 months, B joins with an investment of 60,000. A withdraws rupees 10,000 out of this capital after 3 months. B brought rupees 20,000 more. At the end of the year, what should be the ratio in which A and B should share the profit? When you actually talk about sharing the profit, there are two components that we always talk about. Which are these two components? I'm sure all of you know. One is the amount of principal which you are involved in, and second is the amount of time for which you have put the money. Okay. All the values which I'm considering here, let me remove the base of 1,000 here because all the values are 20,000, 20,000, 60,000, 50,000. Clear? You can even remove all the cases of 10,000s also. So initially, A started with 50,000 and has put the entire money of 50,000 for 3 months. Suppose that he's taking out 10,000, so he's left with only 40,000, and that is the money which I'll use it for 9 months. My total money for the first 3 months will become 150,000, and similarly, next it's going to become 36,000. If you see the total sum count of this, the total sum count should become 51. This is the scenario with A. Similarly, what goes with B is has been mentioned here. What is being given for B? B started with 60,000. So 60,000 was invested basically for 3 months. Suppose that 20 more thousand, which is 80,000, has been given to you for 9 months. So 72 is the value which is going to come here, and 18 is the value which is going to come here. Right? Now, technically, if you look at this case, we are looking at finding out the value of A is to B. I repeat, we are looking at finding the value of A is to B in that towards the end of the given year to find the overall profit. Have a look at either A or B. I will not say look at B because let's look at the value of A. They are distinct values 22, 13, 17, 15. Now the value of A is basically 51x. Just check which of the options is divisible by, is going to divide 51. Would 22 be able to divide 51? No. Would 13 be able to divide? No. Would 15 be able to divide? No. So the only value left which can be an answer for the given question would basically be 17. If there hadn't been any other multiple of 17, I would have considered the value of B to be taken out. Otherwise, it's just not required. The answer for the given question can be taken out by looking at the instance of either A or B. But the given question, we have gone ahead with A, and hence the answer for given question would be option number C. Moving ahead, let's have a look at the next question. This is CMAT 2020 question. It says, Tom's salary is 150% of John's salary. John's salary is 80% of Steve's salary. What is the ratio of Steve's salary to Tom's salary? Okay. Okay, let's start with Tom and John's. Okay. Tom's salary is 150% of John's salary. If you assume John's salary to be 100, then Tom's salary will become 150. Now, John's salary is 80% of Steve's salary. So we have to find out what is Steve's salary. I repeat, John's salary is 80% of what Steve's salary is. John's salary we have assumed it to be 100. Now it says 100 is nothing but 80%. So what is the equivalent of 100%? That's going to be the salary of Steve. If you have to make 80 to 100, the value has to increase by 20 upon 80, which is 1 by 4, which is 25%. So 25% more will make the value as 125. So the salary of Steve comes out to be as 125. Right? The salary of Steve comes out to be as 125. Right? Now look at the question what has been given to you. The question is find the ratio of Steve's salary to Tom's salary. Steve is on 125 and Tom is basically on 150. If you basically take out the ratio of these values, it's basically in the ratio of 5:6. And hence, the answer for this given question will become option number D, which is 5. Very easily have tackled this question well. Moving ahead, have a look at the next question. This is CMAT 2019 question, which has come on equations. Even in linear equation questions are based on ratio proportion. But usually these questions are ideally not difficult. Okay. The question says 2 oranges, 3 bananas, and 4 apples are costing rupees 15. Let's write 2 oranges, 3 bananas, and 4 apples is going to cost you rupees 15. Next, 3 oranges, 2 bananas, and 1 apple is going to cost rupees 10. So I repeat, 3 oranges, 2 bananas, and 1 apple is going to cost you rupees 10. The question is, you're finally getting 3 oranges, 3 bananas, and 3 apples. And the question is about find the cost of this. Ideally, you need the cost of 1 orange, 1 banana, and 1 apple towards the end. But if you look at this kind of equation, which can be solved simultaneously well, it's not going to be difficult for you. Let's have a look. 2 oranges plus 3 oranges is going to give you a count of 5 oranges. 3 and 2 again will give you 5 bananas. and 4 plus 1 will again give you 5 apples. This cost is giving you 25 rupees. So 5 will common out. So 1 orange, 1 banana, and 1 apple is going to cost you 5 rupees. The question is about finding 3 times the whole value. So 3 times into 5 will make the final answer to be as option number C. Straight away you will mark option number C as 15 as the final answer. I hope all of you have understood well how did we solve this question. Let's have a look at the last question, which is slightly a bit more lengthy than the previous set of questions. This is actual CMAT 2018 question. Let's read out the question. The question says, the monthly income of Amit and Bharat are in the ratio of 5:4. Their monthly expenses are in the ratio of 19:21. If their monthly savings are in the ratio of 37:18 and the total annual saving of Amit and Bharat is 1,32,000, find Amit's monthly income. You always have to see what is the final question inferring about. Are they talking about the total sum, total income, total expenditure, or total saving? The answer is none. The question is only about one of the component, either Amit or Bharat. In our case, it is being given to you, asked you about find the value of Bharat. So I'm going to focus only on Amit. Let's start with the verse. It says the annual saving is basically 1,32,000. Okay. If the annual saving is 1,32,000, the monthly saving will be 132 upon 12, which basically will be 11,000. Okay. So my monthly saving is basically how much? My monthly saving is 11,000. Now monthly saving is being divided in the ratio of A to B as 37:1. Okay. Now if you try to divide 37:18 of the total value, which is 11,000, what value will come? So it's 37 divided by 37 plus 18 into 11,000. Please try this question. You will get the value as 7677. 7466. Now what is that? This is the value of what? This is the value of A. This value, which I can see here, is the saving of Amit. This value what I've got, the saving of Amit as 7466. Okay. Now the question is not this. The question is about find Amit's monthly income. The question is find Amit's monthly income. The monthly income of A to B is in the ratio of 19:21. Right? It is in the ratio of 19:21, which is the expenses, and the income is in the ratio of 5:4, which means Amit's income should be a value which is divisible by 4, 5 by 5. If I look at the question, all the following 4 options are basically divisible by 5. But yes, if I go a step beyond, I need income to be a value divisible by 5x. And if I subtract the savings, which is 7400, I should get the expense. And the expense of Amit is basically 19x. So I repeat, I am looking at a value which is now divisible by 5. And if I subtract 7400, the leftover value should ideally be divisible by 90. That's the overall sum that I'm looking at. Have a look at the options. 12,000, 15,000, 18,000, and 16,000. You can manually check any one of them. You'll see the final answer is going to come out of the evaluation of 15,000. Why? 15,000 minus 7400 will give you the value as 7600. 76, 19 4s is 76. So this is the value which is divisible by 19. So hence, I'm going to mark option B as the final answer for this question. What did we do? We did not check about what's happening with Bharat. We did not check what's happening with the total, but we focus only on what is being asked for. And these are small, minute things which you can work about to crack the CMAT examination in a better way. I hope all of you have understood the question and the way of cracking these questions. On this note, I'll again request all of you to have a look at the important updates on the MBA Education website, to have a look at the new courses and the notifications on the site. On this note, I wish you all the best, and please do watch all the series of videos that we have beautifully made for all the management exams which you guys are looking at.